Welcome everyone to a Khan Academy tutorial. I am Mr. West, and this is a website exclusive, not available on the app for Khan Academy. This is called Area Challenge, and this is going to be a good one. I'm assuming we're going to go over a variety of shapes for area. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Ben baked brownies in the brownie pan shown below. It's almost like a she sells seashells type of question. Each day he is going to eat 30 square centimeters of brownies from the pan. Okay, very oddly specific. For how many days does Ben have brownies before they run out? Okay, essentially what we need to do here is we need to calculate the area of this, and then we'll go from there. First thing, trapezoid formula. Area of a trapezoid is equal to 1/2 base 1 plus base 2, sum of the bases times the height. I break down trapezoids more, so if you're like, oh, I'm not familiar with trapezoids, check out some of my other videos, but since this is the challenge, I'm assuming that you have some background. Okay, 42 we'll call base 1, this we'll call base 2, we'll call this the height right here, because it is perpendicular to the bases. So we have 1/2, base 1, 42, base 2, 30, Again, it's not important which one is base 2 or base 3 as long as it's the sum. And we multiply that by the height. Okay, let's just roll with our calculator here. So we have 42 plus 30 is 72. And what I like to do is I like to determine where I go from this step. So I don't always just multiply 1/2 times 72 times 25. I might multiply the 1/2 times the height if it's an even number, just to make it easier. But in this case, it makes sense to do 72 times 1/2 to get 36, just to get smaller numbers to work with, times 25. And I got 900. Whoops, not sure what happened there. We had a little misstep. Okay, whoops, a daisy. Let's go back. A little user error going on. Clearly the app's a little better, but here we go. He wants me to donate money. That Khan, he's a great guy. Consider doing that. Okay, so what I say, it was 900 for my area, but that's not what it's asking. It's asking how many days can he go before he runs out, knowing that he eats 30 per day. So if you want to know that he eats 30 per day, we're going to divide by 30 to see how many days he's going to last. So square centimeters, divide by 30 square centimeters per day, and that will tell us how many days he lasts. And so we do 900 divided by 30, and it's actually 30 days. So he'll last 30 days. That's kind of disgusting. He's going to be eating this giant brownie for a month. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Rex, great name. We got Rex. Has a square deck that is 9 feet long on each side. Okay, that's the definition of a square. He decides to add triangular benches in each corner as is shown in the diagram. Okay, what is the area of the deck that is not covered by the benches? All right, great problem here. First thing we got to recognize is we have area of a square. That's length times width, aka side squared, because the length and width are the same in a square. So we're just going to do 9 squared. That's going to be 81 feet squared. This is the first thing we need to know. We need to know the area of the whole square. What is the area of the deck that is not covered by the benches? Okay, so that's weird enough. It wants us to find this little kind of almost like a stop sign shape. We don't want the triangles, okay? So we want everything else. So here's my game plan. I'm going to find the area of the square, and I'm going to subtract the area of these triangles, and what I'm going to be left with, oops, I need to watch where I put my wrist. What I'm going to be left with is the yellow area, okay? So I'm going for the yellow area. That's what I want. And I'm just going to rewrite this. Area of the square minus area of the triangles. But here's the thing. I have 4 triangles, so what I need to do is find the area of one and multiply it by 4. So I'm going to do the area of the square minus 4 times the area of the triangle, okay? Add those up. Or just take 1 and multiply by 4, assuming that they're all the same. And then this is going to be the area of my, I'll call it AD, area of the deck. So I already have the area of the square. Now we just need to find one of these triangles. Area of one of the triangles is going to be 1/2 base times height. Now we know this is 90 degrees by definition of a square, and you know it's part of the square. So the base is perpendicular to the height, which is a prerequisite to use base times height, 3 times 3. and we're going to get 9 divided by 2, or 4.5. Now, that's the area of one of these triangles, so we need to multiply that by 4. 4 times 4.5 should give us 18, and it is. All right, so we get 18 feet squared. I'm going to forego the units right now, and I'm just going to write 81 minus 18, and that's going to equal our deck. So we do 18 subtracted from 81, and we get 63 feet squared. This is actually a really relevant problem. A lot of contractors would need to do something like this. Home improvements, you would need to do something like this. Next question. That's why geometry rocks. All right, here we go. Next one. Tanya has a garden with a trench around it. The garden is a rectangular with length 2.5 meters. All right, well, I'm going to start this. 2.5 meters, it's almost a square. So this is, I keep my wrist, 2.5. I'm going to write it as a decimal, and then the width is 2. So that is equal to the length, and this is equal to the width. Not that that's super important. The trench and garden together make a rectangle 3.5 by 3. All right, so I'm going to draw that trench now. Okay, and this is bigger. Sorry, not a perfect line. So that's 3.5 equals length. I guess it is kind of important. And then we have, this is 3 equals the width. Find the area of just the trench. Okay, let's think about what we're looking for here. We don't want the entire green. We're not looking for the blue inside the garden. We're looking for the space around that. So how do we find just this red area? Well, as you can see, it's not included in the blue, but it is included in the green. So if we want to disinclude, exclude is a better word, we're going to take the area of the green rectangle, so the area of the big rectangle, minus the area, we're going to exclude this area of the small triangle, or sorry, rectangle, and we're going to get the area of the trench. I'm going to say AT. Pretty simple how we find the area of this green rectangle. We just multiply 3 times 3.5. The area of the small rectangle, I can't remember if I'm saying triangle or rectangle. I hope you know by now that I mean rectangle. So we have 3 times 3.5 for that rectangle, and we get 10.5 for that. So the green, the big rectangle, 10.5, including the trench, is 10.5. 2 times 2.5 is 5. So we're going to subtract 5, and we are going to get 5.5 for the area of this trench. So 5.5. 10.5 minus 5 is going to be 5.5. So we're going to go ahead and write 5.5 meters right there. 5.5. You could probably write 5.5 too, but all right, there we go. Next question. Last one. Ooh, very cool. Liza and Abby plan to spread out blankets at a park picnic with some friends. So naturally, they're going to do some math. The park is crowded, so they end up overlapping the blankets as shown in the diagram. Okay. I don't know if this one is as relevant, but still a cool concept. Find the total area that Liza and Abby have for their picnic. Okay. This is an interesting problem because what we need to do here is we need to find a couple different options. We could find the area of this trapezoid and add it to this rectangle. And that might be the easiest. Or we could find, another thing we could do is we could find the area of that rectangle, and subtract the overlap. I don't know if that one's going to be as easy. As you can see, that's 3 things versus 2 things. If we do the trapezoid and then the rectangle, that's only 2 things we have to worry about versus 3 things, if you get my meaning. So let's see. Now, we need to make sure we have all the information we need for that to happen, and I think we do. Because for a trapezoid, what are the things we need? We need a base 1, we need a base 2, and we need a height. Sorry, that's supposed to be parentheses, not absolute value. And we need to multiply that by 1/2. That's the area of a trapezoid. Do we have those things? We have a base 1 here, we have a base 2 here, and we have a height. Okay? It's assumed that these are rectangles, I think. Yeah, it's assumed they're rectangles. It says a blanket, but unless it's a very, I don't know, nuanced blanket, then... Okay, it's a rectangle. So we have 6 for this base, 2 for that base, 4 for the height, and we multiply that by 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and find the area of this trapezoid. And I like multiplying the 1/2 times the 4 first, and then 6 plus 2 is 8, so we're going to do 8 times 2, because 4 times 1/2 is 2, and that's 16. So we have 16 feet squared for the blue blanket. Now we have the, I don't know, pink, red, whatever blanket, and that's just a simple rectangle. It already gives us that's 5. This is 5.7, so we can do 5 times 5.7. Area equals length times width. 5 times 5.7, and we get 28.5 feet squared. Now what we need to do is we just add the 2, and that is going to be our total blanket coverage. So we have A equals 16 plus, 28.5. Plus 16, I have it stored in my calculator, 44.5 is what we get, 44.5, and now we know our total picnic coverage, in case you ever want to calculate that yourself. Check it. All right, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had some fun making it. I'm used to the confetti sound along with the confetti, but whatever. Thanks for watching. If you need more help with geometry, leave a comment on any topic with math, but geometry is kind of my specialty. Thanks for watching again, and I hope to see you next time on Wes Explains Best.